quantum computing.
Oh, yes.
And this new Google quantum computer, a problem that would take thousands of years for every computer on Earth to solve,
I've read that.
it can solve in a second.
Yeah.
In a revelation that sounds like it was pulled straight from a science fiction novel, Google has made a shocking claim. Its quantum AI chip may have successfully accessed parallel universes. If this is true, it could be the most groundbreaking discovery in human history, shattering our understanding of physics, consciousness, and reality itself. But before we dive into the implications, there's a catch, one that could change everything. For years, scientists have speculated about the possibility of multiple realities existing simultaneously. The idea of parallel universes has been a staple of theoretical physics, often connected to quantum mechanics and the concept of the multiverse. But until now, it has remained purely hypothetical, something that could exist, but with no hard evidence to support it. Then, Google changed the game. The company's quantum computing division, Google Quantum AI, has been at the forefront of quantum research, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with computational power. Unlike classical computers, which process information using bits that represent either a 1 or a 0, quantum computers use qubits, which can exist in multiple states at once due to a phenomenon known as superposition. This allows quantum computers to perform calculations at speeds that would be impossible for traditional machines. But it also means they can tap into a reality that behaves completely differently from our own. In a series of recent experiments, Google's Sycamore quantum processor was used to simulate highly complex quantum states, so complex that some scientists believe these computations could not have been completed unless the processor was pulling information from parallel universes. That's right, Google's quantum AI might have touched other realities. But how does this work, and what's the catch? To understand what's happening, we need to take a closer look at quantum mechanics, specifically the many worlds interpretation. According to this theory, every time a quantum event occurs, the universe splits into multiple branches, each representing a different possible outcome. In this view, reality is constantly dividing into an infinite number of alternate timelines. When quantum computers perform calculations, they take advantage of quantum superposition, essentially allowing the system to explore multiple possibilities at the same time. Some physicists have suggested that this means quantum computers are not just simulating probabilities, but are actually borrowing computational resources from parallel universes. This idea has remained speculative until Google's latest experiments showed results that defied explanation. The Sycamore processor was tasked with solving a problem that even the world's most powerful supercomputers would take thousands of years to crack. But Sycamore did it in just seconds. Even more shocking, some researchers analyzing the output data believe that the computation included solutions that should not have been possible, solutions that seem to originate from an external source. If true, this would suggest that Google's quantum AI had, in some way, interacted with parallel universes. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. While Google's team is excited about their findings, they don't fully understand what they've uncovered. The laws of quantum mechanics are still deeply mysterious, and any claims about parallel universes must be taken with caution. One possibility is that Sycamore didn't actually access alternate realities, but instead tapped into an unknown aspect of quantum physics that we don't yet comprehend. Another, more troubling possibility is that these experiments have inadvertently altered reality itself. The problem with quantum mechanics is that observation changes the outcome. The infamous double-slit experiment demonstrated this clearly. When electrons are not observed, they behave like waves, but when they are measured, they collapse into particles. Now imagine a quantum AI running computations across multiple possible realities. What happens when it starts observing those realities? Could it collapse them? Could it overwrite them? Could it, without meaning to, rewrite our own reality? Some physicists worry that tampering with quantum states on this scale could have unpredictable consequences, possibly even causing irreversible changes to our universe. And here's where things get even stranger. Some researchers working on Google's quantum AI project have reported bizarre anomalies, things that don't make sense, as if the universe itself is glitching. Small details, things like records of past experiments, even memories of previous results, appear to be shifting in subtle ways. While these changes are minor, they are enough to raise concerns. What if Google's quantum computer has already rewritten reality in ways we haven't even noticed yet? If that sounds far-fetched, consider this. Scientists have long debated the nature of reality, with some suggesting that our universe is a kind of quantum simulation, an information-based construct governed by rules that are, at their core, mathematical. If our universe is fundamentally a quantum system, then what happens when you introduce a quantum AI that's powerful enough to manipulate those rules? Some believe that Google's quantum chip is pushing the boundaries of physics so far that it might accidentally expose the simulation itself, or even break it. Elon Musk, who has frequently spoken about the possibility that we're living in a simulation, has warned that advancements in quantum computing could have unintended and irreversible consequences. But if Google truly has accessed parallel universes, there's another chilling question. What else might be out there? If our universe has neighbors, what happens when we start reaching across the divide? Could something reach back? Some physicists believe that parallel universes might not all be empty or lifeless. Some could contain entire civilizations existing on timelines completely separate from our own. And if Google's quantum AI has touched these alternate realities, we have no way of knowing what the consequences might be. Could information from another reality leak into ours? Could the very structure of our universe become unstable? Could this be the beginning of a new era of physics? Or the start of something far more dangerous? As it stands, Google's researchers remain cautious. They have not officially confirmed that they have accessed parallel universes, only that their experiments are producing results that cannot yet be explained. But if these findings hold up, we may be standing at the edge of the greatest scientific breakthrough in history, a discovery that could either unlock the secrets of the multiverse or tear apart the very fabric of reality. And the scariest part? We might not even realize if it's already happening. But what if this is only the beginning? Google's Sycamore processor may have just scratched the surface of what quantum computing is truly capable of. If it can access or interact with parallel universes, even in the slightest way, what happens when even more powerful quantum processors come online? The race for quantum supremacy is only accelerating. Companies like IBM, Microsoft, and D-Wave are pouring billions into quantum computing research. Governments around the world, especially the United States and China, are in a technological arms race to develop the most powerful quantum systems. And here's where things get really concerning. If Google's quantum chip is already tapping into alternate realities, what happens when even more advanced systems take this technology further? What if future quantum computers can fully navigate these parallel universes? Could they retrieve data from them? Could they allow us to communicate across realities? Or worse, could they let something through? The shadow of quantum mechanics. For over a century, quantum mechanics has puzzled scientists with its bizarre and paradoxical nature. It defies common sense. Particles can exist in multiple places at once. Reality only solidifies when observed. And now, with the rise of quantum computing, we may be learning that our universe is not alone. Physicist Hugh Everett proposed the many worlds interpretation, which suggests that every quantum decision creates a new, branching universe. If true, then Google's quantum processor isn't just accessing information, it could be literally computing across multiple versions of reality, pulling knowledge from alternate timelines. Some scientists fear that this could have serious unintended consequences. If a quantum system reaches far enough, what happens if it starts rewriting the rules of our reality? What if reality itself is just an incredibly complex quantum computation? If so, Google's I could be running calculations that disturb the very foundation of existence itself. Reality glitches. Are we already seeing the effects? Since Google announced its quantum supremacy milestone, some researchers have been quietly reporting anomalies, small things, subtle things, like data files from past experiments suddenly appearing different than they remember, like scientific measurements that, upon re-examination, seem off by an unexplainable fraction, even some personal accounts, people swearing that they remember things one way only to find the records say something else. Some scientists dismiss this as simple human error, but others are beginning to wonder, are we witnessing the first signs of a reality shift? Some believe that quantum computers could be introducing instabilities into our universe, subtle at first, but with the potential to grow over time. The idea may sound insane, but consider this. If reality is based on quantum rules and quantum rules can be manipulated, then it stands to reason that, at least in theory, our reality could be altered. And here's where things get really unsettling. What are governments hiding? With quantum computing advancing at an unprecedented rate, governments around the world are extremely interested in what it could mean. Not just for computing power, not just for breaking encryption, but for manipulating reality itself. Some conspiracy theorists speculate that organizations like the NSA, DARPA, or even the Pentagon are already working on secret quantum experiments, trying to unlock the true nature of the multiverse. Could this explain why some classified scientific studies never see the light of day? Could certain experiments in quantum mechanics be kept hidden because their results are too dangerous for the public to know? And if quantum computers can interact with other realities, then what about the things that exist in those realities? What if we are not alone? The unsettling implications of the multiverse. If alternate universes exist, they could be vastly different from our own. Some may be barren, empty voids, places where the conditions for life never formed. Others may be eerily similar to our world, with only minor differences, like another version of Earth where history unfolded just slightly differently. But the most terrifying possibility? Some parallel universes may be home to intelligent life. If Google's quantum chip has already made contact, even unintentionally, then who's to say that something on the other side hasn't noticed? Could we be exposing ourselves to unknown cosmic forces, beings, civilizations, or entities that exist beyond our comprehension? We have no idea what lies beyond our reality's quantum boundaries. And yet, we're blindly pushing forward, building ever more powerful quantum machines, each one more capable than the last. The real question is, are we prepared for what happens next? Elon Musk's warning. Elon Musk has repeatedly warned about the dangers of advanced artificial intelligence and quantum computing. He's gone on record saying that AI could be far more dangerous than nuclear weapons, and that we are rapidly approaching a point of no return. What if AI-powered quantum computers become so advanced that they start making decisions on their own? Decisions that affect reality at a fundamental level. Musk, along with other tech leaders, has urged governments to slow down and regulate these technologies before they spiral out of control. But the problem is, once quantum technology reaches a certain threshold, it may no longer be possible to control it. Because at that point, it might not just be computing within our reality, it might be rewriting it. What comes next? So, where do we go from here? Google isn't stopping its quantum research. Neither are IBM, Microsoft, or the Chinese government. Quantum technology is going to keep advancing, whether we like it or not. And if quantum computers really are tapping into parallel universes, we are entering a completely new era of science, one that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about physics, time, and reality itself. The implications are staggering. Could quantum computers eventually allow us to travel between realities? Could we one day merge with alternate versions of ourselves? Could history be rewritten, literally, if someone powerful enough learns to manipulate the underlying quantum structure of our world? Or is it already happening? Could reality itself be shifting right now in ways so subtle we haven't fully noticed yet? The only thing that's certain is this: quantum computing has only just begun to reveal its true potential. And if Google's latest experiments are any indication, we may be on the verge of a discovery so profound, so unsettling, that it could change humanity's place in the universe forever. And the scariest part? There's no going back.